know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble around you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. In this video, I want to share one of the books that I've read recently, which I think can be a good reference for the people who run or lead a business, or not necessarily a business, but also a organizations or community. This book, Dear Founder, letters of advice for anyone who leads, manage, or wants to start a business, and written by Maynard, Webb. The first edition of this book, published in September 2018 by St. Martin Press, New York, a book publisher based in New York City. I bought this book in Book Access, Tamarind Square, Cyberjaya, with less than $20, which I think was really a good deal for the hardcover book with around 311 pages and importantly with a good contents. Let's talk a little bit about the author, Maynard Webb. He is an investor in startup through his very own Webb investment network, which he founded. He also served as the chairman of the board of Yahoo, Life Ops, eBay, and he wrote this book with an award-winning journalist, Carrie Adler, which was the 4-time New York Times bestselling co-author. So we can tell that this author have a broad experience in startup and serve as an advisor of the big company I listed. Interesting part about this book is the foreword. The foreword of this book is written by Howard Schultz, who is the former Starbucks CEO. Howard quoted that he wished that he had this book on his desk for the past 40 years, and he stated that he recommends this book as a mentor, role model, coach, and counselor for all the person who run the business, as well as for the leaders in organization and community. Let's talk about the contents. This book is a series of letters with good tips, I would say, and practical advice, some sort of reference manual for various situations, and the wide assortment of issues facing startup founders, many of which we may not have seen before. It consists of 5 chapters, represent 5 important phases the founder will face throughout the startup journey. I would say this is a very good reference generally for a founder, people who run a business, and also for a leader. I personally do not run any serious business or startup, but as an employee for, working for an organization, I can relate to the second chapter of this book, which highlighted the management basic with bunch of relatable personal challenges and external roadblocks. 2 things I like about this book. I love the fact that the author decided to write each piece of advice as a letter, which I think was innovative. The series of letters listed most of the common issues with the practical tips to tackle those was insightful, and I would say was an eye-opener as it comes from someone who has a broad experience in the business leadership world. Most of the situations which being listed in the book are relatable and make us think, oh, I had this experience. I really appreciate, each of the letter, which for me personally was concise and crisp. Because I'm a fan, I would just highlight one minor side of this book. This book is not meant to be read cover to cover. It is intended to be used situationally when you need an advice of a certain issue. Even if you tried to read all the letters, you would still stop and skip some, as not all the situation matters to you. Dear Founder won't be a book for everyone. Most of us won't start our own companies, manage, or lead an organization. But for those that do, or for family, friends, and employees trying to empathize with their journey, this is a worthwhile collection of sincere, crisp, and uniquely informed advice. Last but not least, as a Muslim, ultimately, when we are stuck on something or in any situation, we should always go back to the founder of all the founders, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For me, all the books that we read should give a room of self-reflection to take us nearer to our founder in any way. If it's not, then the book is not for us. 4 stars for this book. Thanks for listening. Assalamualaikum.